Hi, I'm Robert Norman, Director of the Center for Extended Learning, and I'm just going to give you a brief overview of the HyFlex classroom, what you need to know to get started. Okay, let's begin. First thing you'll need to know is you'll see two remotes that are fairly important. So you have the remote for the monitor, which will look very familiar. This one happens to be a Sharp, and this is the remote you'll use to turn on the actual monitor that mirrors your desktop screen in the back of the room. And we have this remote for the camera. This one, you'll always use camera 1, which is in the back of the room. This camera films the action in the classroom and broadcasts it remotely to your students watching via Collaborate, Zoom, etc. For this camera, you want to make sure that you select camera 1 because since there's only one camera, this is the one we're going to be dealing with. The camera has several presets. It's got zoom functions, so you can adjust that on the fly, or you can have several presets to capture either you, the whiteboard, a wide shot, or whatever you need to broadcast to your remote students. For this demonstration, I'm going to use Blackboard Collaborate. So I would go ahead and log into Blackboard. Once I'm logged into Blackboard, I just find the course. This will correspond to the course that I'm teaching at the time. Over on the left, I would go to BB Collaborate Ultra. And I'm going to open the course room associated with my course. I click Join Course Room. And now, once I've joined the room, you can see that I have one participant here in my course room. These would be your remote students. Your remote students would show up in this panel. So at this point, I would have my remote students online. They're also shown in the monitor in the back of the room. And I would have my face-to-face students in the room. Right now, on the other end, my students will be seeing the classroom. How much they see in the classroom depends on which camera preset I choose. So on the keypad here, if I click 1, this is a view centered here on me, the instructor. If I click 2, it pans out, it's a wider shot. If I hit 3, it goes to one side of the whiteboard, and if I hit 4, it goes to the other side of the whiteboard. Now, if you need to set a new preset, you can use the directional arrows to move the camera to where you want, push the Set Preset button, and then the number that you want that preset assigned to. Okay, so once I have my remote students connected, I'll have my students in the classroom. They can see my remote student through the monitor. My remote student can see the students in the classroom through the cameras in the back, and they can fully participate. As you can see, that little noise indicates that one of my remote students has raised her hand. Jolena, if you want to take the floor.
Hello, everybody. This is Jolena.
Okay, so as you can see, the remote student, once they talk, their voice comes through the speakers in the ceiling. So clearly audible, we're clearly audible, and communication's very easy with this setup. So if I'm teaching a class here, one of the most common things professors want to do is to be able to show a PowerPoint. So here's an easy way to do it. If you go to Blackboard Collaborate, click Share Content, and we're going to share a file, and add a file. Find your PowerPoint on your computer. Okay, once the conversion process is finished, you can click on your PowerPoint and click Share Now. Okay, now on my remote screen, my students are seeing the PowerPoint, and they're also seeing it in the monitor in the room. So all students are seeing this content at the same time. Okay, and this is just a very brief video to get you started in a HyFlex classroom. We'll have other tutorials that cover more specific topics. And if you have any questions or you need any one-on-one training in these rooms, please contact the Center for Extended Learning. We'd be glad to help you. Thanks.